The rain blessed the old Ponca Agency grounds the day before the convening of the Four Winds. 200 people registered for the gathering, which was led by leaders from the southern and northern bands of Ponca.
This is the first one held outside of Oklahoma. When we had sat together and decided what was a way to do some outreach in the Plains area, we had thought we would go to the four quadrants of Oklahoma. So we started in the north, we moved to the east, we had the south this last fall, and then we just decided we were just going to jump out a little bit, and we reached out to our relatives up here with the Ponca tribe of Nebraska, and they were gracious enough to offer to co-host with us.
Some of our members of the Ponca Language and Culture Committee have attended this annual event down south, and so we went to them and asked for assistance. And so they were able to stay in communication with Casey and her daughter Julie, and we just several months of planning, Zoom calls because of the distance between the southern Ponca and the northern Ponca, but it's been a great partnership, and we're so happy to host.
It's an interesting guidance, this gathering is. This is the fourth of the Four Winds convening for the movement rights. And we're here to discuss what's already a reality, the rights of nature. Rights of nature within the Ponca territory has a certain understanding, but for us to be able to have this particular gathering in our homeland is just like a dream come true, and it's like Mother Earth is answering our deepest prayers.
Due to a real estate mistake in the Treaty of 1868, Ponca lands were ceded to the Dakota. By 1877, the Ponca were forced out to Indian Territory, Oklahoma.
My grandma always talked to us about our blood memory. And it's that what we carry in our DNA or in our bones, that is that connection we have, and ours is up here, so we're now caretakers of a small piece of that place down in Oklahoma that there's 39 tribes that only 2 are indigenous to. And the tribes are as diverse as the topography is there. There's all of the different terrain and everything that goes on there, and we all have our own ways. And all of us still, after all these generations, long to come home. So getting to be, up here and seeing what our relatives are doing up here, what they're bringing back, all of the culture and all of the things that they had to sign away in order to stay here. You don't know which one of us got the worst trade, right?
I came for to learn about the fight that people are doing against these pipelines and stuff, and about for the preservation of water and everything. So I have kids, so I want them to be able to have a good life ahead of them, their kids and all the future generations.
Lighting of the fires started the day, followed by a water ceremony and corn planting.
It's just all new to me, so I'm learning. I ask questions if I don't know, and the sacred fire and then the water, it's all new, so it's interesting too. I'm glad I came.
Sometimes planting corn can be very intimate. It has a way of being grounded, and you can heal. I was raped, and it hurt me very badly. And I found that I could go and speak to the plants. I could play in the dirt, pray in the dirt, and that it was healing. And I want people to know that Mother Earth has a way of doing that for us. And if we take care of her, she will take care of us.
I think that it's really important to always reiterate the same thing that we have to understand is that the natural laws are inherent and they're in action. The natural laws are part of indigenous cosmology as well. And so rights of nature and these types of gatherings allow us to bring all of those things into a package that we can translate from our indigenous places of knowledge into Western law and literally be able to enforce them and recognize that we humans are not separate from nature. We are nature.
For ICT from the homelands of the Ponca, I'm Shirley Snavy.
Anybody with a lot of cash, you throw it right on that.